Hello, and welcome. This is Julian with the Jewel Design, and we are back as promised. We are going to work on two of our heavily laced, well, not heavily, I don't know, collaged and laced journal cards for our Blue Victorian envelope, tri-pocket, ephemera holder. So we did this and I got it all finished. Hopefully you saw maybe a glimpse of it on Saturday. But I was able to get everything glued down. I'm loving how it turned out. Oh, we had the grommet in there, so we're gonna put some string through it to keep it closed. But it's nice and yummy, and I just maybe you can hear it, but I love it. So I do have a little journal card in the back. We are gonna have to keep it a little flatter in the back because it doesn't have as much give. So I have one card in here, and we may add a little bit of lace or something scraps to the top of this one and tuck it in, so there's a little something we can see up here. But this is where it's going to be in the back, and then we're going to do the next two journal cards that are going, of course, to be inside the main pockets, along with whatever else I feel like sticking there. So I did cut two of my eco-dyed cards already, just to make sure I have them at the right size. Yep, we do. I'm loving that. Make sure both fit in here nicely. Now we are going to decorate on the dark blue side and leaving the lighter blue side to write on. And this one is a little tighter, so I'm actually going to have to cut that off a little bit. Yeah, the back's a little tighter due to the fact that it doesn't have as much give in the back, since all of our accordion give is in the front, and it is definitely not allowing a lot in the inside. So we're gonna have to cut this one down. Okay, that's why we check before I go and do all this work. So the journal cards are actually gonna get smaller as they go back. Isn't that sort of funny? I'm loving that. Okay, so I have some ideas. Got some fussy cuts here that we want to maybe incorporate in. But yeah, we're gonna write on the lighter back side, and we're gonna decorate the front. This is a slight, it feels like a light cardstock that was eco-dyed in my patch. We got really dark on the back and we got light on the front, which I think is perfect for what we need to do. So yeah, it felt like it was definitely getting tight there, but I'm gonna have to do this the straight way. I want to make sure this is as straight as possible. I hope you're all doing very, very well. So thank you for coming back and joining me today as we have a new week. Maybe we'll just go all the way down to 4 inches. Oh, yeah, let's go down to 4 inches, a little bit more square. We're going to sort of work our way back, smaller and smaller, which is perfectly fine, no problem. But I figured we would do a few scraps of paper, add the fussies, and then add lace to the top. That did not come out. It doesn't look straight at all. Why is that? Maybe it's me. I don't know. We're gonna. And again, yeah. Either way, I did put some speckled egg on the paper to give a little bit of a shadowy effect, so that it wasn't completely, because all the darks and the pretties on the outside of the paper don't make it all the way in. It's just they're dyed on the edges. So anyway, okay, so that's fine. We have her a little smaller, which is good. I'm not sure exactly what's going with her yet. So one more time, actually, I'm going to check one more time to make sure. I just hate to decorate this and find out it doesn't fit. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, beautiful. So it is sort of cute that it gets from smaller to larger as we go back. So we'll try not to think about this too much, because you know how I get. We're just going to want to do some rips. We're going to want to do some pieces. We're just going to want to, I wanted different patterns. We will rip around edges and stuff, but I feel like we need to do 1 or 2 things per ordeal. Rips and tears. We've got the light colors, we've got the lace, we've got the plaid, we've got her, and then we've got lace to go on top of it. I can even go as far as with this one or her, we can get some dots. Maybe we do a little ripped, we try to incorporate this paper here, get her on top, get a cluster of something up here, and get going. So maybe we'll do that next. It's definitely shorter than. I like the length of that, so I'm sort of wondering though, if we want to go edge to edge, maybe we'll swap these just a little bit. I'm sort of hoping to go the other way around, but sometimes you see something and you're like, the potential is something else. So we're gonna run with it as I see it and hope for the best, because I don't want to think too much about it. But let's see, we want the ripped edge, we want some cut, so we're just we're utilizing what was here. And so I'm just gonna sort of cut around this one. Yes, we're gonna match it up with the bottom circle, and that's where we're gonna do our first cut. But I need to sort of give me something to play with here, so I know where to rip it across the top. and not be like guessing too much. Yeah, I'm willing to go with the flow a little bit, but I think it'll be a little easier if I'm not having to glue too much down. So it is just sort of a hemming and hawing, and I think the reason why I was doing this is I'm trying to see where my edges were. Oop, hi, Keekers. It is really low, huh? My daughter's like, okay, now what we could do to stretch it up a little bit is to put something underneath it or over it. We could put a thin strip of, maybe I could do a little bit of another cluster over it and it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be so obvious that there's something going on there. Yep, alright, so let's just, we're gonna do this. So sorry to hear the blender there. She's making her non-caffeinated Java Frappuccino. Yeah, one of those caffeine-free ordeals. Alright. So what we're gonna do, can we see what, nope, you can't see what I'm doing. Well, that doesn't make it easy, is it? So we're gonna do a little collaging, a little layering, a little fabric, or not fabric, a little lace, and get these cute journal cards to match our lovely pocket. I know Saturday we did something different. I went and used linens and again made another pocket, but it's going to be more of a folio piece, and it's going to go, we're going to glue that baby down right into my purple tab journal thing. So yeah, I realized I need to get a bunch of purple papers and things together on that one. We need to get that going here soon too. I'm like, oh, I really should get back to that project, and I gotta get back to my snowflake project, and I gotta. So let's see. Let's do some rough edging here. I want enough, and I can always cut off whatever I don't need later, but if I want to be able to see enough of these two guys and do this, I really do want that edge, but when I go to do the ripping, I may lose some of that. I don't want a perfect across, but you know how I get. I can't do it that way. Much as I would love to keep that line in place, I don't think I'm able to keep the line. I think I'm going to have to get rid of the line. Let's tear it a little bit. I think it's going to look a little... Not that one. Wrong one, you would think. I don't know what I've been doing lately. Hold the line! Hold the line! Yes, I'm going to cross that line, and we may not see any of it, but I, just, you know, I don't want to clean, and I want to blend with it. We're going to make it look like we've got something tucked behind the other. And what we can do, actually, oh no, I can't. I was going to say, can we go over and under? We might be able to if I do it just right. We can find the cut, but not end up with the... Sometimes you can just simply make a little indent here and a little notch. And then if you needed to, you could make the adjustments. But see, that way at least I could get it tucked in, glue it down, and then I could tear a little here and there if I needed to. So it goes underneath. Then I could probably tear up a little bit, but I won't know until I get it inked and stuff. So let's see. We are making our own collages, our own layers, our own everything. I don't know how far this is going down, so I'm just going to ink everything until it actually is done and glued, and then I can go back and, you know, re-ink whatever I don't need to go on. So with that though, we now are not covering every ounce of this, so I need to give myself a little bit of ink down here. Again, just whatever may show, let's make sure it's covered. And we're gonna do, let's see, let's get a little ink, a little glue here. See where we're at. I don't think I need all the way over there. There we go. And it's not. Let's see what we can do here. Well, hopefully everybody's weekend was really good. Got things checked off the list. Try to make contact and talk to friends and family and get rides situated and house sitting and all that jazz. Had to get all that taken care of. And actually it comes out on the other end. Now I can decide. I'm sort of behind it. I'm okay with that. I think that's gonna be alright. But that end doesn't go to the edge. So let's rip this end too. So it does come up short, and that's okay. It's just like a spot that is... I could almost go all the way to the top now that I'm done with all of this. She could actually help us with that spot that's ripped, so it doesn't look so super obvious. She could be my middle section. I really did want the girls on there. Because then I could put clusters of lace behind it, beside her, maybe. Because that is definitely a spot that's obvious, and it's now glued down. Yep, it is. Okay. Well, yeah, if I try to get rid of any of it, I'm probably going to end up showing off something. See, we'll try. Let's try a little bit. So we can get a little bit of an edge going there. But I don't think I really want all of it. I do want to bring a little bit down. So let's start hemming, hawing, gluing. And I can put some lace to help, what's the word? Sort of making this pan out a little easier. I'm not going to go glue all the way down because we don't need to. I know we're not going all the way down, so I'm just going to go some ways and then I can fine tune the rest of it. I haven't heard from many of you. I know a few had, like I said, some are on vacation. They said they get back and binge watch when they got back. So I was like, okay, I'll do my best to keep the videos going. So when you come home, you have something to watch. And then others had come back. Others are you know, been crafting and been gone. So some are getting back and binge watching. Others will get when I leave, they'll get home and they will binge watch. But I'm so glad you guys are all getting out and having fun and making memories, and I'm super stoked that I get to do the same. So it's, you know, making our day. So this will be the only edge that's pretty rough, or pretty clean cut, because we are going right across the bottom, making it very well known. Now this little section here may get reused. I may be able to do something with any and all of that. I don't know. I don't like keeping every tiny little scrap, but until I'm done with the project, and because you never know when you need a corner, a layer, a piece to cover or to extend, you do it. Yeah, surprisingly, we had quite a bit of, not quite a bit, I mean, we had quite a few, well, not a lot, but we had a number of graduates in the neighborhood. So there were parties, you know, the night of the graduation, the next night, a lot of people did a lot of parties after, you know, a day or two later, depending, because it was a Friday night, you know, not everybody can get together and family can show up or whatever. So I don't know, got a little bit more ink to her, but otherwise, I mean, it was quiet for us per se. Like I just was trying to get, you know, videos done and products prepped and checking in with people, so like make sure everything is, all my ducks are in a row, because yeah, I have a hard time letting go of any of that. I only want to add one more, and I should have tucked it under, because now there's no way. I could tuck it behind her, though. I could do, well, I hate to do this lace when I'm going to do real lace. So maybe we just need to start getting into the real lace for her, because, like, why use paper lace when we could do the real thing? I keep bending her neck. Poor baby. Let's see. What if we do snippets and bits and pieces, and I'm sort of creating the bits and pieces. So we could do that at an angle, so I can sort of, you know, do that. We can then add, I don't know, I'm going to keep up the cream. And I could almost do a full, sort of like a tag, straight down. I don't know if I just want to add her to the middle, though. I feel like she needs to be attached to something. So we got some lace, we got that. But maybe she's here, but then what goes across the bottom here? I do have the other half of this blue one. Sorry, trying to pull the pin out. Could do a little bit of that blue on the bottom to help. It does dead end, though. You know how I feel about that. Well, I hate to do all that after, you know, doing that. Could do a little bit of lace down on the bottom instead. Do this over here and just across the top. Yeah, I'm not liking. I definitely need a little bit more scrappy paper. I don't know if I like all that blue. And then just a few pieces of lace on the top. It's not working for me. It's lace on lace. I could do more this, but I feel like there's got to be a shape or something going on. Maybe we need to do a separate cluster. Yeah, this is where I should have, I don't know. Who knows, people. I like the idea, it doesn't go all the way across, but if we're going to do something here, I'm just trying to use up what we have and make the most of it. So I'm not doing this quite the way I would have, I guess I would have liked or thought about. I'm definitely struggling a little bit with this. A little off today, guys. I'm sorry. I am. thought I would have a better feel of all of this. I sort of like the idea of what I was going for on the one end, but yeah, it definitely needs more underneath it, unless I do a full thing of lace. Now we could do see how it's the same width, so I could get the lace over the over the edge, cut that off, paper over it, that on that edge, that is on that edge. This doesn't really unless that fitter sort of fits right in there and it's a piece underneath that just happens to be at an angle. Then if you use your fussy cuts on top to sort of soften where things sort of overlap. The front, well, you saw how much I fussed over the front, so it's not like this is any easier. That does help bring it down, but not as much as I would like. And I don't know if we just want, I didn't plan on really using all the blue, so I don't really need the lace if I'm using the graphic, huh? Alright, okay. Well, that doesn't work all the way across as good as I'd like, but go over here. Not that I can't cut another piece or even pull it out. We do here, we pull this out here as far as we can. Rough it up the edges a little bit. You still can see, you can see the blue. Now I could just put her up there, but no, that doesn't work either. Do we really? When you start something, this is why I always work it all out, and then I want to go back and I'm like, nope, nope, nope. I love my bottom, guys. No, I don't know what to do with the rest. This may not be one of my better videos. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I like it, actually. I do like it the way it is. I just figured figure out how to cluster it. Maybe we're trying to cover too much, and maybe a cluster just needs to be created with some lace and stuff with her, to 3D it a little bit, but not try to cover everything up. I may be trying too hard to do that. And after all that work to put that in there, I'm gonna do a little bit, you know, maybe a little bit skewed. Get maybe just the piece. Maybe it is just the fray and her, and we could cluster, or you know, get a strip of some sort of this to shoot out a little bit behind it all. So we've got sort of across a section of it going. I don't know. So sorry, I thought I had this better idea. But you have an idea in your head sometimes, and then you lay the stuff out in front of you, and you started with an idea, right? It worked, but you didn't think all of it through. So then you're like, oh, well, wait a minute. That doesn't quite do what I wanted to do. And I feel like, yes, as we continue to cluster, things have to sort of have, not a purpose, but it should be, you know. And cut up here. This will be empty. This one's over here, so let's see, I guess we need to cut this little guy out, because I think that's what's going to make the difference, is if I can actually see it. And know, like we were doing on Saturday, I was cutting, if I cut something, I went, oh, well, that didn't work the way it was supposed to. And you can cut stuff out to a point, but we've been cutting straight down the middle here of these guys, which I'm probably off the camera, right? So it is a, you know, straight edge, but we got the little dot, we've got that. It is very open here, but that's where we could do a, I can't do it, there we go. I mean, we could do something, well, proper direction, but I could do something like that in that corner. So it had something in this corner, you have something over here on top of that, leaves this open. I just think it's so, almost, there's not enough, I don't think I have anything to do anything with it. I don't have any way to make it white. I was like, there does need to be a layer of something to break up all the blue. There's not enough, what's the word? Dimension or texture or whatever. So I like the blue, but I'm wondering if we need to put this white behind all of it. And then we put the blue in the little guy in the corner with her. So our third covers up a majority of this. It's just going to. We're just going to do it because, well, you know, I really don't mind the little scraps. It can get used up there. I left my glue open. That's bad. I think we're just gonna, oh shoot. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I left it open. I wasn't really paying any attention. I don't know how long I left that open now that I'm thinking about it. Well, just now. Oh, okay, wait, that's not that bad. Shoot, guys. Really? All of a sudden I can't get that through there. Sometimes we can. It's how it lines up with the, oh, yeah, it lines up with that. I can see it, but I can't, well, I can't be spending my whole time doing this, right? Well, it goes through that way. There we go. Maybe I got it taken care of. I'm like, wait, I got it up that way. And there are layers to these little sticks. So, oh, you're bubbling over. Yay. All right, let's try this again. All right. Well, I need the glue, but I don't need it right this second. There we go. Okay. Well, let's see. Where's my sticky? All right. Heat, 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 and more heat. All right. Let's get that in there. All right. There we go. Okay. Just save that. All right. So let's get us going here because we are wasting time. We're wasting daylight, as they say. And can I benefit? I know I have a mess. I really do. I have such a mess over here. I can put it at an angle. I can trim it up. I don't have to have all of it covered. Maybe we can make it a little messy because we know some stuff's going to go over here. Let's glue it down and cut it off, and then there just leaves us new strips to do other things with. Okay. Just need to do it and just hope for the best sometimes. It is sort of hard when you start something and then you're like, oh, I should have planned that out a little bit better. But I ran with the idea and went, whoops, that's not working. Okay, so we have the cut. We have that little, there we go. So it overlaps a little bit. Now, I have an eraser for that, but I'm going to use my hands. Why not? I know my hands are always so, I'm going to touch some gluing. My hands always get so, it's like, okay, well that doesn't work. Hold on, guys. I pulled up too hard, or pushed down too hard on that one. There we go. Yeah, I look like my skin's peeling when I'm done with craft projects. I'm very hands-on. I can't help it. There we go. Okay. So hands-on, and it's just like, yeah, so hands-on that my, now I could, no, not really, okay. I was like, well, the way I glued it, I was like, I should have been a little looser with the glue, so that maybe I could have had it a little more, not so perfect, but, I hate to have it perfect. I would have had like, a little bit of a, rip into the blue, but that's okay. Okay, move that off to the side. Have all my stuff. Okay, so I do like that we broke that up a little bit. It just was too much. It really was. So now let's get this one. Now, did I decide to go all the way down with her? No, I hadn't. But now I'm sort of wondering, well, I have that gap. I do have that blue spot, and I think that's the only reason why I was thinking about doing it the way I was doing it, was to, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight up and down. It can go off to one side a little bit, because truthfully this is going to cover up here too. So cream on cream isn't always great. This could be off to the side a little more. Doesn't have to be perfect. She's right there. That did sort of take care of our mishap of whatever. With a little bit of a, you know what? I have not, yeah, I do have not done a strip. I'm like, please tell me I have done a strip. I have her there. I probably should find a word. Definitely want to find one of my words if I have a Victorian beige based word, or I don't have it in blue. I have summertime words in blue, but I don't have but I'll have to see. Maybe my summertime one of them will work for this. Definitely off to one side, which is fine. We can put, you know, another journal card, a label, something up there later if I feel that it needs it. So okay, let's cut you across. Not my fingernail. Well, not the fingernail. I knew I wanted to use these guys that I had used elsewhere. What time? Oh, 3 o'clock. Yeah. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, my battery's about to die. That's great. Okay, well, not my Fitbit battery. I'm like, oh, I guess I should go fix that while I'm sitting here. Right? Had a busy day yesterday, so it was like, oh, yeah, I definitely used up my battery pretty good. It's nice to see, but I was using my husband's sort of walk tracker a couple days ago to see if it worked and how it did, and it does not track any kind of hand movement. Like, it only tracks like the GPS of like actual steps. And I went, oh, okay. Which I use my hands a lot, so sometimes I know my movements have to do with, you know, crafting and, you know, movements or talks or whatever. But the other times I'm like, well, I am moving. You know, I'm using my hands. I'm using my upper body. I'm, you know, packing orders and prepping product, and then, you know, but that does require me to walk back and forth, of course, in and out of the house. So it's not like I'm not tracking stuff. But it'll be interesting this week. I mean, I'm gonna have to try again when I know I'm getting really busy with the trip, before the trip, to see how much it really tracks, how it's doing. If I'm gonna, you know, I think for our trip is great because we are walking a lot, and that's probably what I need to track more than anything. So we got that there, and we're gonna have this one here, and then I can do pearls, and I have some teal stuff, so I can bling this up a little bit, and I think that'll help. I think that'll definitely help our case here. So let's get this. And I can't tell you the idea of front or back on this one because it is such a freestanding embroidered type applique that, yeah, it's soft and stuff, which is great, but you really can't tell I can't tell front from back. I have a really hard time on this one, which I guess is good. It means I'm not going to put it up. I shouldn't really be putting it upside down. It won't really be upside down or right side out, I guess. But I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, that wasn't the front. Or that wasn't the pretty side of the lace. Okay. All right. Oh, well. I'm still feeling like something needs to be behind her to sort of anchor everything. The smallest thing over here or something. But I couldn't tell you what. Nope. Hold on. I'm looking. There's got to be something that just helps. I'm looking for something that, you know, that's a completely different thing, though. I did the bottom, but, like, I don't know if a dotted beige would be helpful, like a circle behind her or something. Like, I don't know. Unless I did... here we go again. Yeah, I tried to do some kind of floral thing behind her, but I've got to cut that just right to where it looks like it's not weird. I could do a circle punch behind her, a floral. But it's definitely a definite shape when we have everything else pretty, except for these two things. I feel like if we do something, it needs to be for sure. I'm sorry, guys, you know. Oh, by the way, I did this on camera. It's one of my shorts. Isn't it adorable? Using our 4-inch round cardboard discs that we have in the shop. I had a few, and I was like... So we used some, you know, some of the papers. It's decorative. It hangs, which is great. You can hang it off the tassels of a journal. It's got some padding here, so it's got some. We have got some 3-dimensional. And I enhanced, like this was part of the frame, and put some, you know, lace over the wording. And there is a white flower right here, so I went ahead and made it more, you know, a little bit more 3D. So I'm loving it. And then the back has a nice, cute, you know, ordeal. So it sticks out a little bit. It's great. Might try to put a piece of paper back there to cover that, or I'm just going to ink it. I haven't decided which. But this was a cute Friday project. I think it was the Friday short. I lost track, but anyway, I thought it was adorable and it was super cute. And it's first chance I've had to work with the cardboard discs that we have. So I thought it was the cutest project that went with. You know, we'll go with this when I sell it. So it'll be part of the bundle. So what was it? Oh, okay. I was trying to think about... Am I getting very far? 30 minutes, yeah. I'm thinking about some kind of shape. Something off her just to help maybe get these all to overlap together. I'm not sure about bringing in the green, but I'm trying to see if I have a shape that might help just give her some more dimension that isn't so flat. I love this one, but it is big, and it would definitely be on the floor. It would be up. It would help. May or may not help with her. Maybe trying to add her as a problem. Maybe adding the girls isn't what we need to do, or I put her way over there, but I don't know if that's what I want to do either. I can. It's not a bad thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then it's just her, and I guess that's where we're sitting. I'm like, yeah, I feel like something needs to help connect them all. I mean, she's right beside it. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? I just don't know. We're all beige and blue, and then if I add the flower with that greenery, it's a third color. It's a third element. There's a lot of little bits here that are definitely bugging me. Definitely bugging me. I think I try really hard to meet the expectations of others, and I look what I have and I go, why can't I do it? Why is it not there? Why don't I see it? Why is it not quite turning out the way I want it to, right? I could do a circle of her. I just don't, let me try. Maybe I just need to create a circle here, and then I would know if that was something worthwhile instead of me guessing every 5 seconds here, right? Let's see if we can get a nice little 1-inch tricolor here. And ink it, and I mean, but it's just a round off of that, and it really doesn't have a purpose. It doesn't have any. Yeah, no, that is definitely not it. But if I cut into one of the other, which is fine, I'll use it. But if I go ahead and do like, oh, I guess I should pause for a second and see if I can figure it out. I don't know. I'm almost seeing this as a possibility, you know, cutting it out and keeping it to the blue and just a little bit of green. And maybe that needs a third color, and that it may very well be what's the problem, and that we don't have another color or something to bring this together. Sorry, I heard my cat, and I'm not finding what I'm looking, you know, seeing and going, oh, I like that. Not in the scraps that I have, and that's probably the problem right now. I don't have a lot going on here. Okay, let me take a moment, see if I can find a third thing. I'll be right back and get this one going, and then I may just leave you be because I'm struggling. So a second one may not be in the cards today. I don't know. I think once I get off the camera, I will like throw this sucker together and it'll be perfect, right? I will not have a problem with the second one. But I'm struggling today, guys. I'm sorry. I think because I've got my brain almost in shutdown mode. I'm almost ready to turn off and be like, yep, I'm done. I know I said there'll be a Thursday video. I don't know right now. I haven't come up with another thought process or project. So, because I haven't, I don't know if there'll be a Thursday video, but I will remind you, this is Tuesday, so Thursday night. I don't know if there's a specific time for cutoff, but I would say if I can, maybe 6 o'clock Thursday night, my time, Pacific Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the shop will close for vacation. I will finish the orders that come in up to that point. I will make sure everything gets out within a few days before I leave. Within a few days, you know, so that it's out ready to go before I leave. And, you know, it will reopen the 30th to the 30th of June to the 1st of July. So, if you are new to me, there is an Etsy shop, design journal, and supplies. Where did I have my journal cards? Oh, I did. Here we go, real quick. New to me, there is an Etsy shop of supplies and handmade items by myself and Lorette at Vintage Paper Girl. And so, that is our shop. And yes, right now it is open till Thursday evening. We'll say maybe 6 o'clock unless they say midnight is what my options are. But, I will then go ahead and, you know, fill the orders before I leave. And we will reopen the end of June, 1st of July. Okay, all goes really well. I will be back and the store will be open for sure July 1st. So, you have till this Thursday, the 13th, I believe it is, of June, to place your orders, to get you some things and keep you tied over until I get back in the beginning of July. And then, of course, we'll be hitting the ground running with, you know, some fall things, Christmas things, new projects, new handmades, all that jazz, new bundles and goodies are hopefully in the horizon. So, yeah, that's what it is. I do want to remind you, in case you don't hear from me on Thursday, which by the time you heard from me on Thursday, it would be, well, midnight Thursday a.m. So you'd have like literally so many hours to go shop before I close the shop. But I want to let you guys know now that, hey, yeah, by the way, I have to close the shop at some point here so that I can fulfill orders and then leave for a little while. Not for very long, but to leave long enough, right? Sorry, I was looking to see. Ticket is sort of another like we have horizontal, so we sort of need square or completely abstract. We need something that isn't a perfect circle, right? A perfect shape. I need something that's helter-skelter here a little bit. I'm trying to see. I mean, I hate to cut into these, but again, we have more rounds. I mean, an arch of some sort. Oh, I could probably come up with something. I'm just having to try to think outside the box, and I am struggling a little. Those are rounds. I mean, those are huge with another girl on them. It's 2 ladies, though, so again, we're going to set to 2 and not 3. So I've got 3 laces. It looks like I have 3 papers on the basket, but I just have her. And so I'm trying to figure out what would look good with her. Now I have a coin, but I could cut that coin out and put the blue and green here, which wouldn't be as bad. It'd give me some round, even if I left it maybe. Sorry guys, I knocked something into it. I could, glue it down to a point and then cut out around just the basic flower. It'd have a little bit of the base, but we could cut out most of this and put her and that on top. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I think we're going to try for that. So, but I do appreciate you guys coming along with me. Like I said, I don't know about Thursday right now. If something changes and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I've got this idea or I want to work on this really quickly, I will totally bring you along for a Thursday morning. Or, Thursday morning, Thursday adventure. And we will get one more, thing crafted. Really, right now, it's just a lot of scrappy work. We happen to get some, cute ephemera pocket holders out of this, which is great. I'm super stoked with these guys. They were super fun. We have the packaging papers that I used, of course, for the packaging. We made those cute standalone pieces to pocket fill. Something like that. Would have been great to get that tucked underneath, but I might be able to still do it. I'll do a little cut up, but I think that's going to work. Just give us something. It's not a lot. It's another blue, I know, but it's not super annoying, and it doesn't super, like... We're just going to go to here. I do want something to glue onto, but not be so, obviously, And we'll tuck it in underneath, and it covers up all my boo-boos and things, and... Alright. We're doing it, people. I am not hemming and hawing anymore. I knew there was something I needed a round, but I didn't need an obvious, like, direct round. I needed a indirect round here. An indirect, make it work round. Yeah, that works. Okay, no, I'm liking that. I'm looking at my lines. I'm looking at the faux ordeal here. There we go. Oops, got glued down, but that's okay. We need to keep our hand up here. We're going to pull this up a little bit, because I can always glue it back down. And let's get some lace or some glue down here. I may have to get some, at least in the bottom portion where it's on the paper, we will use the glitter glue, and then I'll go back and debate on the fabric tack if need be. Okay. That way everything sort of overlaps and looks like there's a purpose and a reason for it. Like it's all clustered together, one cluster on top of another cluster that just sort of works its way out. Her poor head. Luckily she has a neck piece right there. Well, luckily she has a choker on. You cannot tell that I have bent her neck back I don't know how many times. The joys of fussy cuts, right? Yeah, whoops. Let me, we'll see if that sticks. It may not because it is glitter glue, and glitter glue works on lace, but it isn't great. It's not perfect. Alright. So her gloved hand, which you really can't tell. It's sort of fuzzy, so I'm hoping that's not too odd. But, oh, there's a little bit of... There we go. Oops, get that pressed down on there. Let's make sure we get her put back on top so I do not get you all junked up again. So I got new scraps and things to work on. That is really bugging me, but I don't think there's any way to fix it. Let's see. It just looks like she's wearing, like she's holding some kind of weird glass. Just need to look a little bit more like a glove and a little less like a... Aha, there we go. Yeah, I'm seeing it now that it's sitting here. I'm like, wait a minute, let's... There we go. A little bit more like a hand. Maybe. Alright. Either way. Okay, so we are somewhere with this. Oh, my Mew Mew. Or not my Mew Mew, but the Mew Mew can hear me. Oh, hold on. I know, he doesn't like when I'm out here, I guess. Hi, come on. Come on, Mew Mew. He hasn't figured out, which is sort of funny, how to, it's okay, how to get out the cat door. I think this is a solid door and it's just a little hole. They get a little scared about it. But you know, there's a cat door in the screen door, to the backyard, and that they can see in, you know, all around the hole. So they aren't as freaked out about coming in and out of that cat door. It was a doggy door. At first it was a huge dog door, so that was easy to get in and out. But then after the dog passed, and I've changed that poor screen about 5 million times, I finally got an insert, like a rentals insert type of deal. So like it lines up with the glass door. I still want one more thing over here, guys. I can't believe it. I'm getting frustrated. I am probably going to totally jack this up, but it's okay. I sort of like the idea of our little corner. If I cut that, I'm sort of stuck with little pieces. What if I went down here? I feel like maybe because we are still doing with a little bit of that blue, a little more than I like of the blue. I could do it one side and then do a little on the other. Do this, and then I could put some really good pearls. I could do a bead of pearls to sort of go in here to make a reason for it. Yep, we're just gonna do it. I just realized I still have, I think I have a chore the poor kids need to do. I just realized I was like, oh, I'm hearing somebody out in the backyard, and I was like, oh, that's right, I need her to go do that. Need to have one of my children go do something. At least I have the youngest. She's starting to learn to mow the backyard for me. So it's like the backyard doesn't take much, but it's just one less thing I have to do. I'll do a little bit of like touch up or fine tune it. You know, pretty soon I'll teach her how to weed whack in the backyard, because she can't really mess it up. Can't mess with the backyard. The front yard takes a little bit more precision. There's that, and then I get my lovely pearls that I love so much. I absolutely adore these. We have these two in the shop. Sets of 3, so I can go small 3, so we're not too big. Well, 1, 2, and 3. I forgot it's two sets of 2 of everything. So I got 1, 2, and that would be the third, I think. So let's do it. Hi, babies. We're gonna put some pearls in here. I know my nails are coming loose too. Yeah, I gotta get my nails done after this. So I'm so stoked. Ready for the trip. Still checking stuff off the... Okay, there. So it's my sets of 3. We're trying to, you know... Yes, it's a third or fourth lace, I guess. But that's an applique, right? That's a trim. Those are laces. Oh, not. Where are you going, Mew Mew? I think he can get out the glass. Well, he can't get out the other way, but... Alright, so... Yeah, I think it is sort of, you know, it's pretty, I feel like, yeah, maybe it almost needs to be not so perfectly across the top, and that would make it easier. Or not so, I feel like we need a little bit of ups and downs, and some holes, some gaps, some things that may make it a little less, because I feel like it needs to be edged. I feel like it needs some kind of, I'm looking for loose spots. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. It needs some imperfections up here, because it is definitely too straight across the top, and so I want to border it. And since I can't border it, you know, I need some imperfections. I need some ups and downs, some gaps where you can see the blue, because that way it makes sense too to why we have blue on the bottom. I like to rationalize my mishaps reasoning why, or make more of them so that it looks like it's on purpose, and I know, perfectly imperfect on purpose. I don't know. Take the imperfects and then enhance them, I guess. There we go. I could round the corners. That may or may not make this easier. I don't know at this point. Well, I can't round that corner. Well, I'd have to cut it and then round it and see. Rounded corners might help a little bit, but yeah, I'm liking this. Let's get a little bit of some inking up here and around the edges. Let's definitely darken up those edges a little bit, antique it up a little bit. I think it's what we're missing too. We need a, and all this work for one. My mom did so well. She got 3 done. But I think it was 3 pieces of paper and then just added lace and layers, and I don't know, she did a good job. I do have her much better index card lace journal cards down below. Please go watch those. Those were great. Did give me the inspiration. I'm just not doing it right. I do like it. That is coming out a lot better. It is finally getting somewhere with all of this. I feel better about it. A little bumpy right here, but I think when you write, you know, you can stop, you know, just short of those pearls. But outside of that, we're pretty good. Oh, you know what I'm about to do, guys? I'm hoping that I'll let you go. I'm probably way too long for such a project. Way too long for such a project. We'll start little, like I said before. Do little corners, and, you know, if it's fine, great. If it's not, we do more, but you never want to go the other way. Now, here's the fun part. Let's see if I can get in here without hitting everything. Oh, I actually did it. I could probably, you know, then just fine tune it a little bit. There we go. Now this lace, yeah, no, that works. Okay, just a little rounding made just a difference, right? Not a lot, doesn't have to be a lot. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. What do we think? Our first fancy collaged lace card for our pocket. Oh, well, I don't know. Let's see how we do here. So we have, yeah, we'll have 3 different ladies represented. And it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Yes, it fits, I can get it in there. Okay, so we'll have to be careful. Not, because that is bumpy right there. You know, we can't get too much more. We're going to make sure my pearls are definitely littler, or rhinestones, whatever we put on the other one. On the next one will be definitely thinner. We want to make sure that we do not get too bumpy, so it can get in and out of that pocket with ease. In the end, that actually did work. It did come out nicely. It just took a little bit to fine tune, right, and get us there. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you just have to play with it and work with it and mess with it and rip it and tear it and fray it and just keep going until we get, you know, all those little imperfections to work out, to balance out nicely for us. So thank you so much for watching this lovely chaos that this turned out to be. Hopefully this is all in camera. If not, well, I will try again, I guess. Oh my goodness. Or come on real quick. This Saturday will not be what you saw. Yeah, we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So there it is. She's finished on the outside, minus a tie of some sort. And our first journal card is all done. There she is. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it great? And easy to write on the back. Plenty of room. Get all the glue off of it, though. Jeez. You know, nice little amount of room to write on the back with all its lovely imperfections. And if not, it's just something pretty to look at. Put your favorite quote on the back, write on another piece of paper, then glue it down. If you didn't want to, you know, if it's too bumpy, you can always write on another piece and then glue it down, and then it, you know, it's ready to go. And it can be stored inside our cute little pocket. Here we go. Just like that. See? It'll go down farther. But I wanted you to see. Isn't that, I like the contrast, the dark colors. Makes it easy to find. I am really loving this other paper, though. I can't wait to make some out of those. So, all right, I'm done. I love you all very, very much. Thank you so much for coming along and watching. I was trying to show you both, but I guess not. There we go. In my mess, in my chaos. Love it all. Love you all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.